Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to the Blind Press YouTube channel and the 44th coffee stream. I am slowly recovering. I feel much better than I did yesterday and Monday. So I know I don't sound like I'm feeling better, but I actually am. And so here we are back with some interesting news. I've got a lot of Canadian news today, thanks to Gunfox. And I found a couple. Pincalo actually sent me a couple before the stream, so we'll see if we can get to that. Let's see. Let's say hello to. Go away, stupid, weird thing that just happened. That was very odd. So let's say hello to everyone in chat. Why is this happening to me now? There we go. My stream just kind of jumped into something else on my phone for some reason. So let's say hi to chat. Hi, Gunfox. Hello, Jesse. Hello, Jacob Navo. Hello to Voight Horrison. Hello to Chadwick. Let's see. Who else is here? Oh, hello, Robert Burke. Hi, Blind Rambler. Could have sworn I saw somebody else too, but there was a lot of talk in chat before. Oh, and a Churchy. Hello, Churchy. How are you? So, hello everyone that is here so far. I'm sure some more will come. And let's take a sip of coffee. All right, let's see what news we can find in the DMs. I've sent myself, I think, 5 or 6 stories, and Pincalo sent a few, and yeah, we've got some good news stuff here. Let's hit pause on this. I don't know why I'm letting that play in my ear. It's very distracting. All right, there we go. So while I'm getting into the Twitter DMs, please like and share the stream if you haven't already. Also, please consider hitting up the Streamlabs link in the description or the Patreon link. And follow me on Twitter if you haven't already. If you have Twitter. All right, let's get into the DMs. What did Pincalo send me? Let's see what Pincalo sent, and then we'll get into the ones that I've collected from Discord. Oh, this is from Canada. Let's see here. Hate messages show up on University of Manitoba campus. I wonder Let's see. Oh, hello, Attic Rat. Okay. Hate posters on U of M campus. Sheets of paper with "It's okay to be white" were taped on the walls of University of Manitoba campus this week. Oh no.
Sheets of paper with the phrase "It's okay to be white" were taped to walls around the University of Manitoba campus this week. Submitted by Carrie Benda. A University of Manitoba student says hateful messages posted on campus and sent to at least one fax machine add an element of fear to being on school grounds.
Uh-huh. And who wants to bet that that student is the one that's sending them? Gunfox says, "Get ready for the rage meter to break today. The news gems are glorious."
I think it's sickening, said Charlene Hallett. But, on the other side too, I want to roll my eyes and say, you know what? No, you don't get to try to intimidate us this way.
How is saying... Okay, first of all, it's a fucking 4chan prank that it's been revealed to be a 4chan prank and somebody's just like way late to the party. I am feeling a little bit better, Attic Rat. Yes, I know I don't sound like I am. However, not this BS again. Yeah, I know, eh? Yeah, that is still going on, says Chadwick. Apparently. The statement. Yeah. But seriously, how is it intimidating to read the words "It's okay to be white"? The only reason you find that intimidating is that you don't think it's okay to be white, which means that it's race, which is incredibly racist.
Advertisement. Sheets of paper with the phrase "It's okay to be white" were taped to walls around the U of M campus this week. Faxes with sheets of paper with the phrase "It's okay to be white" were taped to walls around the U of M campus this week. Faxes with the same phrase were sent to offices around the campus, including the Women's and Gender Studies program. You are currently on a text element.
Yes, it's a massive troll. And it's a very late to the party troll. Hello, Ghost Dog. Scary white paper says scary white things. Oh boy. Nice one. Nice one, Void Horizon. 4chan is still trolling the snowflakes. Yep. The thin skinned snowflakes. They sure are. I just love how 4chan got credit for the hashtag "It's okay to be white" when I posted on Facebook 2 months before it even became a thing. Yeah, Chadwick, they get credit for quite a lot of things.
Hallett is pre-medis and is in her 4th year of studies in the Family Social Sciences program. She says while incidents like this won't change her willingness to speak her mind during class discussions about issues like race, class, and sexuality, it makes her wonder if she's going to be targeted.
You're Korean Métis and you're worried about an "It's okay to be white" poster? Really? Come on. The people that get offended by this need to be slapped with a stack of printer paper. I agree, Void. I agree. 4chan is getting ready to do a massive trolling soon. Yeah, it's been a while. Oh, perish the thought we trigger women's studies stuff. Yeah, I know, right, Jesse?
List one item. Bullet. End of list. List one item. Bullet. Whether I know it or not. So whether I know it or not, somebody could be sitting in that class having these thoughts and having these racist ideas about what indigenous people are or just how superior white people are. And I don't know if that's happening or not, said Hallett.
No, you don't. You really don't. So what? I'm going to bet that most of the people in that class aren't, because why would they take a class? Like, what? Why do you people put themselves into such perpetual fear? How can you live in such constant states of fear and anxiety? And this is coming from somebody with a fucking diagnosed anxiety disorder. How the fuck can you do this to yourself? Okay? Like, this is ridiculous. I don't know what they're thinking. Oh no. Oh no. Like, what? No one knows what anyone is thinking. So, oh my god.
I don't know what their intentions are in class. I don't know if I'm in harm's way. You are currently on a
I
text
don't
line.
know what their intentions are in class. White guilt, Antifa, white guilt, Antifa, mama tit sucking white kids. Yeah, yeah, Jesse. Wow, these people has way emotionless armor. Yeah, I think I know what you mean. This is crazy.
Heading level 2. No tolerance for hate and discrimination. The University of Manitoba is denouncing the posters, which the school president says are part of a coordinated international effort by neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups.
Just by saying it's okay to be white, because there's been a huge, like, whether it's a troll or not, there's been a huge hate on for white people. And the words "it's okay to be white" are 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 wow, my brain just broke. How
The University of Manitoba is denouncing the posters, which the school president says are part of a coordinated international effort by neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups.
I just needed to read that again. It's saying it's okay to be white does not make you a Nazi or a white supremacist. Someone should put up a sign that says if you're white, you're right. It would just break them so bad. Gun Fox, that's hilarious. But it is okay to be white, says Jacob. Yeah? LOL, BP is broke already. Yeah, Gun Fox, my brain just... I had a fucking mental breakdown just then. I think the teachers sound just as triggered. Yeah. Yeah, you're right, Ghost Dog.
The university unequivocally condemns this and any other racist actions, David Barnard wrote in a statement sent to media on Friday.
Oh, they condemn this and any other racist actions. So, but what if somebody put up "it's okay to be black" poster? I bet you that would be heralded as a wonderful celebration of culture, and like, I don't, and you know what? If there wasn't "it's okay to be black" poster put up, I think that would be fine. As long as the "it's okay to be white" poster got to stay up too.
There is no tolerance for hate and discrimination. As I made clear yesterday in my remarks at the vigil in honor of the shooting victims in Pittsburgh, we share a sense of revulsion and need to act because of what we see happening around us. The treatment of refugees, the tone of anger and hatred in political discourse, the installation of corrupt regimes, a distressing number of hate crimes, terrorist attacks. You are currently on...
Yeah, because those are all being done by white people, only white people. Yeah. It's okay to be Italian. Yes, it is. Damn cat is attacking my feet. Yeah, they do that. They do that, Gunny.
A university must be focused on a search for wisdom and scholarship, which is underpinned by a shared perspective that working together is the best way to achieve that, he said. You are currently on a...
Yes, they are not, however, supposed to be chambers of indoctrination, which they have become.
We must fight back against ignorance with knowledge, against intolerance and racism with inclusiveness and acceptance, against complacency with our words and our actions, he wrote. You are currently on a text...
Okay, but all it said was it's okay to be white. It didn't say death to insert race or religion or sexuality here. It didn't say like all it said was it's okay to be white. I don't get it. I don't fucking get it.
A fact with the message was sent by a white man to the University of Manitoba's Women's and Gender Studies program, submitted by Carrie Miller. Facts of
How do you know? Were you there?
A fax with the message was sent by a white man to the University of Manitoba's Women's and Gender Studies program, submitted by Megan Sinclair, an associate professor in the Department of Native Studies, posted on Facebook that 50 to 100 signs were taped up and faxed to offices in multiple buildings across the campus. As well, someone used black marker to scribble F, K Islam on some walls.
Fuck Islam? Well, I hate to say it, but also Don Lemon is racist. He is racist. Ooh, a calico kitten. White is a skin color. We are diverse nationalities. Dumbasses. Yeah, Jesse, exactly. Can we point out most terrorists weren't white? Well, we could, but then we would be called racist. I hate to say this, but press X to doubt. It was done by them. It was Manitoba. Yeah, Fincalo, not wrong. Don Lemon thinks like a Nazi, says Mr. Misanthropic. You're not wrong, Mr. Misanthropic. Not wrong at all. Void Horizon says they see secret messages and everything. Illuminati man everywhere. Yep. Oh, I'm seeing a lot of X's. We all know that it's not okay to be white, says Atticrat. Well, yeah. All right.
University of Manitoba Students' Union President Jacob Sanderson said security footage shows someone taping the papers on walls on Halloween night. You are current. The person was wearing a costume, making it difficult to identify who it is. I think the fact that people are actively taking steps to sort of hide their identity and saying this, and deliver these, really, in a threatening manner, I think it's quite clear that they know this is not acceptable behavior, Sanderson said.
They faxed it and taped up stuff on the walls. That's not threatening. It's a fucking prank. It's just, like, seriously. It's not a... Hello, Jean-Pierre. It's not freaking a... Is it a smart prank? No. Not particularly. But is it a, like... It's not like there was burning crosses and freaking hooded. Ugh, this is ridiculous. Come on. Damn those alt-right furries in their masks. Yeah, I know, right? I would even take this seriously, saying that they wore a mask, grow some balls, and do it during the day. Yeah. Halloween, I can talk, really, I can. Halloween is when you wear a costume, says Jesse. I know, right? Just do furries. Oh, no. Not all furries. No. There are some really cool furries.
A hate message aimed at Islam is written on a wall on the University of Manitoba campus. Submitted by Annie B. Islam hate message. Image. A hate urges anyone who comes across a hate message aimed at Islam. It urges anyone who comes across a message to report it. If any student sees anything like this, if there is any targeted messages like this, please don't hesitate to reach out to the student union. Please don't hesitate to reach out to the university. List one item. List bullet. Link. End of list. The university has removed the posters and security services is investigating, Barnard said, adding he believes the messages are part of a coordinated international effort by neo-Nazi and white supremacist groups. You are currently on.
Yeah. A coordinated international effort to put stuff on the University of Manitoba's walls. Because University of Manitoba is so freaking prestigious. It was Halloween, by the way, dipshit. So if they weren't in costume, yeah, Ghost Dog, yeah, I know, right? No, we just keep the
Adobe Flash Player install manager.
Fuck off, Adobe. We just keep the good ones in camp-like places. Islam is evil, says Mr. Misanthropic. Slap a picture of balls on the wall. Trigger the entire women's studies department. Love it, Floyd. John Pierre says, so furries ruin everything, I guess? No. I wouldn't say that. It's so sad you can't even make jokes about it. It sucks I can't come up with anything good. Oh.
A sharing circle organized by students was held Friday morning to support the Indigenous population on campus, said Native Studies Department head Carrie Miller.
A sharing circle? Oh, please tell me that that's not.
As well, other campus organizations were planning events in support of groups who feel targeted by the messages, she said. It is enormously disappointing to me that in this era of reconciliation when we should be coming together because we are all treaty people and we are all Manitobans that there are still people who want to provocatively divide us. You are currently...
Stop looking into this so much, dudes. Seriously, stop it. Stop it. What happened to public colleges and universities, says Jean-Pierre? I don't really know. I really highly doubt it was an attack on the indigenous people, says Chadwick. I would intend to agree with you. At least it's a fresh idea. Sharing circles, that just sounds like cancer AIDS. Yeah, Mr. Misanthropic, it kind of does. I triggered an entire gender studies class by showing them my LP dust cover of Sticky Fingers. Oh God. Hindus, Sikh, other non-whites hate Muslims. Die suicide bomber scum. I am glad that tech schools and other private colleges / universities don't have an SJW infiltration. Yeah. The only sharing circle I ever attend involves a joint. Agreed, Chadwick. Sticky Fingers has one good song, Brown Sugar, says Jacob. I haven't heard that the album. You know what's funny about most of the hate? Wait, Pinkala says, you know what's funny about Native culture here in Canada? Most of the hate crimes have been proven to be done by themselves. Most of the hate crimes have been proven to be done by the natives themselves. Yes, not wrong. Sharing circles is the new circle jerk, says Floyd Horson. Yep, it sure is. All right, let's see what. I think Pinkalo sent me one more. We won't read that one. Okay. Oops, why did I close Twitter? That's not what I wanted to do. Hug boxes and share circles are the new oppression, says Metaphorist. Yep. Most of them are hoaxes, says Mr. Misanthropic. Truly, they are. All right. Let's get back into the messages. All right. So I've got a bunch of Canadian stories here. Now this one, these ones are from Gunfox mostly. Let's see, which one should we start here? Warmington, Trudeau silent on attack on Jewish teen. Because of course he is. All right. Now this is from the Toronto Sun.
Heading level 1. Warmington. Trudeau silent about attack on Jewish teens. Link. Joe Warmington. More from Joe Warmington. Published. You are current November 14th. Updated. November 14th, 2018 8:05 a.m. Filed under. Link. Toronto Sun. Angle quote link. News. Angle link. Share. Heading level 6. Warmington. Trudeau silent about attack on Jewish teens. Link. Tumblr pop link. Pinterest. Link. Good link. Email.
Well, there's a lot of sharing options here. Okay.
Heading level 2. Related. This heading link. Fake link. Heading link. Heading level link. Man dead after car crash link.
God damn.
Prime Minister Justin Trudeau. Complimentary. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau arrives for immediate availability at the Canadian Embassy in Paris, France, on November 12th. 2000. Prime Minister Justin Trudeau arrives for the right to remain silent was likely never intended to apply to the Prime Minister after an alleged anti-Semitic hate attack in the heart of a Jewish neighborhood in Toronto. You are current. This silence from the very top is difficult to not notice. Some are expressing concern about Prime Minister Justin Trudeau's lack of condemnation, or even comment, on the horrific alleged hate attack on 4 Hasidic teenage boys who were hit with fists, boots and racial slurs, which included being told Hitler is coming back. You are currently on a text. The November 11th attack, near Fairhall Maeve and Bathurst Street, has upset some who have strongly spoken out against such an inhumanity against 4 young men, 2 of which are Americans visiting Canada from the United States to attend a special yeshiva school to study Hebrew and the Torah. You are currently on a text element. In YouTube video player, frame, Federal Conservative and Federal Conservative and Opposition leader Andrew Scheer tweeted Tuesday. Troubling to hear of the attack on Jewish teens in Toronto. Anti-Semitism will never be tolerated and I hope the culprits of this hate crime will be swiftly brought to justice. Play. FSK_frame. This followed tweets Monday from Premier Doug Ford who added, there is no place in Ontario for anti-Semitism and our government will not tolerate hatred of any kind. Mayor John Tory tweeted, no one should ever be attacked for their religion. Please help. Pause. Link. Add. Toronto police solved this hate crime/robbery investigation that occurred Sunday night. You are currently on a text element. Toronto Police Chief Mark Saunders also spoke out against the alleged hate crime. ICE officers have charged 1 youth with robbery and assault. Toronto police spokesman Katrina Aragon said it is still categorized as a hate crime/robbery as they search for 9 more. Play.
9.
You are current.
Wow. Wow. So it was like 9 against 4. And Trudeau hasn't said a damn thing. But,
Pause.
and I hate to do this, and I hate to sound like this, but he'll come running if these teens were Muslims, he would be condemning it, and that's really sad that has to be
Play.
pointed out, because then you end up sounding like the racist fuck, and that's a very interesting tactic that the left tends to use, is that
Pause.
they force you to have to point out either the race or religion of something because they're ignoring it. And then they jump on that fact that you've had to point that out. And they twist it and make you into the bad guy. It's a very narcissistic tactic.
Play. Link. Play me link. Link. Here's link. Here's our chief. Link. At Mark Saunders. On the ongoing investigation into an assault and robbery involving a group of young Jewish teens. MG. Block link. 100 link. Link. Video. So what has Trudeau said or tweeted about this alleged hate crime? Pause. Nothing. But the Prime Minister, who has been quick to comment on racial attacks in the past, has since Sunday been tweeting about other things, including his current meetings with leaders in Singapore and having some fun commenting on some new Canadian children, originally from Eritrea, delightfully getting their first taste of snow, to which Trudeau joked in a tweet, "Now convince them that shoveling is fun and you're all set." You are currently on a tech.
Trudeau.
Play.
Trudeau. Justin is always virtue signaling towards Muslims and favors them over non-Muslims, says Jump here. Yep.
Pause.
It is true that community colleges don't dish out the SJW crap as much, but it is still there, says Metaphorist. I believe it. Okay. Community college used to be called high school with ashtrays.
YouTube video play. It's a terrific response to a special Canadian moment. But on this darker Canadian incident, his lack any rebuke of such horrific actions toward 4 kids wearing kippas and fedoras is difficult to miss. You are currently on a text element inside of web content. To exit this web area. Jewish Defense League Canadian Chapter National Director Meir Weinstein said it sends a terrible message. One of the teens targeted in a hate crime is pictured above. He cannot be identified for legal reasons. Joe Warmington/Toronto Sun. Jet fuel attack. One of the teens targeted in a hate crime is pictured above. I am very disappointed that the PM has remained silent regarding the recent violent, anti-Semitic attack against Jewish teens in Toronto, said Weinstein. The lack of response seems to be a double standard. I remember the reaction of the PM regarding the young Islamic girl who falsely claimed that her hijab was cut in a racist attack. Play.
Yep. Not wrong. He did. He reacted very strongly to that, and it wasn't even true. Wasn't even true. Make Canada a U.S. territory to make Canada great again. Yeah, no.
Pause.
Oh, wait, it's Canada. Steal all the maple syrup. And they will surrender. No. It'll take a bit more than that.
I reached out to the PM on Tuesday to comment on a variety of things, including the current attacks on Israel and the local beating of the 4 Jewish teens, and did get a message back from the media office in Ottawa. Play. On the hate crime probe in Toronto and the Jewish teens on way to school, Public Safety Minister Ralph Goodale's office would be best placed to answer this, said Polite spokesperson Matt Viscaso. Seems on this one, the Prime Minister is going to remain silent. You are currently.
Yeah, that is a double standard of
Pause.
a huge order, because he has spoken out on against attacks on Muslims in small communities before, including ones that have turned out to be fake. And then for him to ignore this one is an incredible double standard that of a standard that he set himself. So it doesn't look good. Doesn't look good. Oh, excuse me. I did not sleep well last night because I have on top of having this cold, I also have a pinched nerve in my neck or my shoulder. So every time I try and move, it like twinges really badly, so it would wake me up. God, I really am a female ranting monkey, aren't I? Holy fuck. I got a streaming problem. I have a back problem. I've got a nerve problem now. Jesus Christ. Okay. Florida principal accused of stealing $900 from boy with disabilities. This is one that I found. I think. Is it one that I found? No, I don't think it was. I think Gunfox found this one. Oh shit, I've had that before. That sucks to have, says Mr. Misanthropic. Yeah, it sucks. And like I still have a few coughing fits, and a couple of times this morning I've sneezed, and holy fuck does that set off that nerve twinge. It's like fuck. Just like throat, like I almost crumple to the floor. It hurts so bad. Hey, it's Michelle. Florida's 90% scrum, 20% or 10% normal. Yeah. All right. Here we go.
Heading level 1. Florida principal accused of stealing $900 from boy with disabilities. Heading level 2. Edward Abernathy was put on heading level 2. Edward Abernathy was put on administrative leave after he was accused of the theft. Link. Share on Facebook. Link. Share link. Link. By David Lohr. HuffX. Clickable. Link. By David Lohr. HuffPost US. You are current theft. Frame. A Florida educator is accused of stealing nearly $1,000 from a child with disabilities. You are current.
Now, I read a little bit of this story last night because I was curious as to why the fuck a child with disabilities has that much cash on him at school. So here we go. We're going to find out. I don't want to spoil it for you.
Edward John Abernathy, 50, principal of Connerton Elementary School in Land O'Lakes, was arrested on November 8th and charged with grand theft, according to the Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Capital A. Link. Copy of the police report obtained by HuffPost. Alleges a 9-year-old boy with a mental disability brought $2,100 of his parents' money with him to school on October 23rd. When a teacher realized the child was carrying the large sum, she collected it and notified school administrators, authorities said. You are currently on a text.
Now, here's my question. Why, as a parent, if you know your kid has a mental disability or whatever, why would you leave something like that just lying the fuck around for him to find? And second of all, why do you have $2,100 in cash just lying around? How does that happen? Doesn't that principal know you can't steal anything unless you have a badge? Oh, damn. I bet Beefy raged a bit over this story last night. I didn't read the whole thing because I didn't want to spoil the surprise for myself or you guys today, but I just wanted to see why and how. Why does a disabled kid have $2,000 in cash on them at school? Apparently he took it from his parents because it's normal to have that much cash lying around your house when you have a kid with mental disabilities.
Abernathy was absent from school the day the discovery was made, so the assistant principal counted the money in front of witnesses before placing it in the principal's office, according to the police report. Authorities allege Abernathy returned the following day and told his staff he would take care of the situation. You are currently on it. On October 26. The parents of the child learned he had taken the money without their knowledge and the boy's mother went to collect it. You are current.
How could it take you 3 days? Because this happened on the 23rd, it said. The article just said it happened on the 23rd of October. Okay. How does it take you 3 days to notice $2,100 missing? I don't know if it's because I've never been like flush with money, but if I misplaced $20, I'm like, where the fuck is that $20? Okay. If I lost $2,100 in cash, how 3 days? Not uncommon for buying a beater car. No, but again, you wouldn't leave it just laying there. Blind press doing stupid people doing stupid things, says Gunfox. Yep. Shit, I don't even have $20 in cash lying around, says Mr. Misanthropic. Yeah, it's rare for me too, so that's why when I lose it, I'm like, where in the fuck is it gone? Why in the hell would you let your kid be able to get to your money? I don't know, Ghost Dog. Probably trailer trash parents. For my kid, if my kids took $2,000, I'd be making a new one, says Chadwick. Yeah. I could have 21. I can have $2,100 lying around, but I'm not stupid. It would be in my fireproof safe. Exactly. You put that kind of shit away. Meth is a hell of a drug, says Piccolo. Yep. It sure is. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know, Ghost Dog. As a parent, like I said, I don't know how you wouldn't notice $20 missing, let alone 2,100.
The principal handed a wad of money to the child's mother, according to the police report. As the mother was walking to her vehicle, she counted the money and learned she was only given $1,200. You are.
Wow.
Florida Elementary School Principal Edward John Abernathy, 50, of Land O'Lakes, was arrested after he was accused of stealing $900 from a child with a mental disability. Visited link Pasco County Sheriff's Office. Florida Elementary School Principal Edward John Abernathy, 50, of Land O'Lakes, was arrested when the mother contacted her son's teacher. She was told the assistant principal had counted the money and verified it amounted to $2,100. She was also allegedly told that Abernathy had counted again the following day. Concerned about the discrepancy, the parents filed a complaint with the sheriff's office.
As they should.
Questioned by police on November 8, Abernathy allegedly denied counting the money himself and made multiple inconsistent statements. Police said the principal claimed he had hidden the money in a speaker in his office and said it was possible a student took it. When an investigator pointed out the speaker was on a shelf that was about 6 feet high, Abernathy allegedly admitted it would have been a bit of a reach for an elementary school student.
Wow. How do they know that he took it? He probably just picked it up and handed it to her. There's lots of people that work in a school. If I even had 20 in cash, it would be in my gun safe, says Mr. Misanthropic. Yeah.
When questioned by police on November 8, Abernathy, whose salary is $91,112. Link. According to the Tampa Bay Times, Ewart was booked into the Land O'Lakes Detention Center and freed after posting $2,000 bail. He's since been placed on paid administrative leave, pending a review of the allegations by the school district, the media outlet reported. It was unclear Tuesday whether Abernathy had retained an attorney. You sent David Lauren. Link, email, or link, face.
So, why would it be put in a speaker? Like, who? It sounds like, I don't know. That sounds really fishy. And if he's being inconsistent, wow, master criminal mind here, Blind Press says Ghost Dog. Yeah, I know, right? That's, yeah. That's shady as fuck. But seriously, parents, why on earth would you let that much money be just laying around? That's just stupid. Don't do that. Don't do that. Here's another one Gun Fox sent me. Why Sir John A. Macdonald has become one of the most controversial characters in Canada. Because he was an old white man who hurt the natives. Are they calling the kid mentally disabled because the mom probably said my kid is fucking retarded? Florida man for sure, or Florida man for show, says Metaphorist. Yep. I had my wallet stolen due to a kid took my work bag. I got it back real quick, and that kid went to jail. Good, Gunfox. The school was not happy that I made the police take the kid to jail. Well, tough shit. The kid shouldn't have taken your stuff. Death threats and burning. Oh, okay.
Heading level 1. Death threats and burning effigies. Sir John A. Macdonald controversy gets extreme. You are currently on a heading level 3. Facebook. Heading level 3. Heading level 3. Redid. Posted. No. David Garneau, dressed as Louis Riel, confronts Sir John A. Posted. David Garneau, dressed as Louis Riel, confronts Sir John A. Macdonald statue in a park in Regina. Nick Purdon /CBC.
Oh, look! People are LARPing. Wow. Okay.
The ongoing controversy over what to do with statues of Sir John A. Macdonald in Canada prompted CBC's The National to dispatch Nick Purdon and Leonardo Felicia to Regina, Sask, and Kingston, to ask to remove or not to remove.
You are currently do nothing about them. They're fucking statues. They are of historical figures. You know what? Yeah, he did some really awful shit to the natives, but he also is responsible for the country that is called Canada. Are you really going to just ignore that? Of course you are. But, like, holy fuck. You're gonna dress up as Louis Riel and yell at a fucking statue? For those who don't know, Louis Riel was a Métis chief. Well, not a chief. He was a leader of the Métis Rebellion out of Manitoba in the late 1870s. He was hung in 1880 for treason. And Trudeau. Oh dear. Macdonald was prime minister at the time. And Louis Riel was trying to get better treatment for the Métis people, which I'm not going to deny that the natives were treated like shit. I swear the Canadians are in the past. everything that we did 6 or 7 months ago is happening in Canada. Yeah, Chadwick, you're not wrong. We do things weirdly up here. Maple trees. So yeah, this is okay.
Horizontal rule. Standing beside his minivan at Regina's afternoon traffic rushes past. David Garneau cooked on an oversized 3-piece soup that he spray painted gold. Once dressed, he looks like a cross between a scarecrow and an Elvis impersonator. Then he covers his head with the black hood and hangs the noose around his neck. You are current.
Oh my god, you fucking weirdo. You're gonna LARP as Louis Riel with a fucking hangman's noose on your neck. How is that not insulting as fuck? Seriously, how is that not insulting as fuck to natives and Métis? If I were a native and I saw some idiot doing that, I would punch him in the face. I'd be like, fuck you, stop that.
Moments later, Garneau walks off through the park to confront a statue of Sir John A. Macdonald, Canada's first Prime Minister.
These people are seriously, holy fuck. This is insane. You are dressed up as Louis Riel and you're going to confront an inanimate object. Wow. Chadwick, Canada is America's twin brother. Both had England, Dutch, and French influence, says Jesse. Yep. I've been doing research into Britain and US and Canada. You'd be surprised how much Britain still has control over us, says Chadwick. Oh, they do. They really do. Reading in LARP form. Yep, Mr. Misanthropic, you're not wrong. The Dems are really trying to steal any election they can. Yep. It's not going to work, though. It's not going to work up here. It's not going to work in 2020.
Garneau, a Métis artist and professor at the University of Regina, says he dresses up as the ghost of Louis Riel, the Métis leader who founded Manitoba and clashed with Macdonald in the 1880s, because he sees the statue as a deliberate provocation. You are currently...
So you're a Métis who is... You're a Métis what?
Hold on. A Métis artist and professor at the University of
Regina. Okay,
says,
so you're a professor. You're a professor at the University of Regina. Okay, so you've obviously left the reservations and whatever. You know what I mean? You've pulled yourself up by your bootstraps. You've got a good career, all right? And you're choosing to live in the past by dressing up as the ghost of Louis Riel. Why? Why are you doing this to yourself? We have a Sir John A. Macdonald High School here. Do you think we can get him to come here and yell at the school? Maybe. The UK sees the US as an equal due to the two world wars, mainly World War II, but they see Canada as lesser from what I see. Yeah, which is kind of fucked up because we did a lot of shit during those wars too. Like a lot. In 95, the Queen changed Social Security. How does that happen? And you know that the US pays the royal family Social Security money? Seriously, Chadwick? I had no idea. America's hat is going downhill since I was up there, but of course I've been up there since I haven't been up there since before Trudeau. Well, Stephen Harper wasn't Stephen Harper was your old more religious right conservative. Today's conservatives are a lot younger, and Canada has some great moments from World War II and Gulf War, says Beneforest. Yeah. Britain sees Canada and America as naughty children. I swear we're still treated like teenagers. Yep. But if you look at it historically, our nations are like teenagers compared to Britain. That doesn't make what they're doing okay, but it's just not a surprise.
The provocation is to remind Indigenous people to shut up, Garneau says. It says remember what happened to the last guy who stood up. It is there to remind Indigenous people in the Regina area about John A. and Louis Riel.
No, it's not. It's there because he fucking made the country a country. You overanalyzing crazy person. You need to stop living in the past and try and work to change the now. That just I wish I had that much time to waste, says Tarkata. I know, right?
David Garneau, a Métis artist and professor, erected in Victoria. Garneau says, erected in Victoria Park in 1967. The statue is just steps away from where Riel was tried for treason and hanged in 1885 for resisting Canadian encroachment into Métis lands.
Okay, bad placement of the statue. Okay, I'll give you that. However, if you look at the date that the statue was erected, it was erected in 1967 on the centennial of Canada's 3 years after the centennial of Canada's no, it was the centennial because we were finally a country in 1867. So yeah, on the 100th birthday of Canada, the statue was put up to celebrate the creation of Canada. It's not like they put up the statue steps away from where Louis Riel was hanged in 1985. Like, that would be a commemoration of the hanging and a celebration of John A. Macdonald's treatment of Louis Riel. Was it a bad placement of the statue? Could they have put it in a different spot maybe? Yeah. But to think that it's a commemoration and a celebration of the hanging of Louis Riel is kind of no, that's a stretch.
Garneau says the threat is deeply personal because his great-great-grandfather Laurent Garneau took part in the Métis resistance. You are currently
okay, but you're making it deeply personal, dude.
He was arrested and put in jail for 6 months and threatened with hanging, Garneau says. So I grew up with the idea that that's a possibility. It led to what I call the Great Silence, when Métis people just went underground and assimilated. My family assimilated, just went quiet.
What you call the Great Silence. And you grew up with a possibility that could happen? How old are you? We don't do that anymore. We don't hang people because they're a certain race anymore. We don't hang people for anything anymore. Oh, says Pincalo. What oh? This is like, I kind of feel sorry for this dude.
Garneau wants the statue of Sir John A. Macdonald in Regina removed or relocated to a museum. Nick Purdon /CBC. For years things were pretty quiet for Sir John A. Macdonald, too. For example, during the Canada 150 celebrations in 2015, you are currently on a tech link. Ipsos poll showed that a quarter of Canadians couldn't even name the country's first prime minister.
Yeah, which quarter did you survey? Did you survey, I hate to say this, how many new Canadians did you survey? But they should know because that's something that's on the immigration test or the citizenship test. Ropes are reusable and it would save a lot of electricity and chemicals. But seriously, holy moly, you can't just remove a part of history because the other part of it, like, there are bad parts of history. It sucks. But he is, unfortunately for you, our first prime minister, and there are going to be statues that commemorate him. Even like, and it helps to say, and it helps for the conversation to be had. Oh, who's that? That's Sir John A. Macdonald. Well, what did he do? Oh, well, he created Canada. He was the father of Confederation, along with George Cartier and George Brown. Like, oh, was he a good person? Well, like you just talk like that. It helps you talk about it. You can't just take the statue down, 'cause then it takes away from both history, both good history and bad history. Wow, it's not the South in the 50s of the USA at Blind Press. Yeah, I know, Ghost Dog, right? The southern states did it. Canada is just start following suit. Yep, Chadwick, you're right. Just wait after this article. People are going to start thinking that statues are going to be taken down. Well, there's already been a few Sir John A. Macdonald statues taken down.
But since then, Macdonald's legacy has come under increasing scrutiny, particularly his role as the architect of Canada's Indian residential school system, where thousands of Indigenous children died and many others were abused.
Yes, he did some bad things to the natives. He's not the only prime minister that did. I really wish these people would stop that. If you're going to follow that logic, there should be no statues of any prime ministers.
List one item. Bullet. End list. Bullet. End of list. List one item. Bullet. End of play. Button. See Ghost of Louis Riel. Skip back 50. Walk. Skip forward. Value indicator. 0 zip check. Dot play full screen. Buffer. End of playback. Play. End of playback. 0.
There's a video.
Dressed as the heading level 2. Kingston, a city divided. In Kingston, where Macdonald grew up after he and his family emigrated from Scotland, the former PM holds a place of honor.
Honor voiceover.
His statue in City Park is perhaps the most impressive in the country. Until recently, a crowd gathered around it every year on his birthday and drank a toast to the former prime minister. Warren Everett, the head of the Kingston Historical Society, says he's wary of moves to scrap Sir John A.'s historical monuments. I think if this statue came down, you start to erode the legacy and history of the country. Nick Purdon /CBC.
You do?
The head of the Kingston. Oh yeah, I would love to have a drink with him. Everett says, he is the father of Confederation, and it was his drive and ambition and vigorous approach that stopped us being a colony. I am not sure where we would be if it hadn't been for him.
Yep.
And while Everett understands that Macdonald's policies toward Indigenous people had serious problems, he points out it wasn't just Macdonald.
It wasn't.
List one item. Bullet from the National. End of list. Everett's worry is that he shouldn't be the lightning rod, because if he is, so is Laurier, so is Borden, so is Bennett, everybody up to Pearson. They may not have started it, but they certainly didn't stop it.
Yep.
You are currently on it. Everett's worry is that if the Macdonald statues go, where does it end? You are currently up. You could have a growth industry in wrecking, he says. I think if this statue came down, you start to erode the legacy and history of the country. I think it would leave a big hole in Canadian history if taken down.
It would.
Heading level 2. Death threats at the local pub. Sir John A. Macdonald has always been important to the economy in Kingston as a driver of tourism, but that relationship is more difficult today. For example, the city is currently asking residents to voice their thoughts about the changing legacy of Sir John A. Macdonald and how the city should address it. And then there's what happened down at the pub. You are currently on a call 40. Sir John's public house has drawn the ire of both supporters and detractors of Canada's first Prime Minister, Nick Purdon/CB's call 40A. Then on Labor Day weekend, call 40A opened Sir John's public house in the building that used to house Sir John A. Macdonald's law offices.
Okay.
Then on Labor Day weekend in 2017, a group of protesters gathered outside the pub and yelled at customers as they went in and out.
Why? What the fuck for?
48 says they accused patrons of supporting a colonial business.
Oh, go fuck yourself. How many of you still shop at the Bay? You assholes. You want to talk about a colonial business? The fucking Bay. Oh my God. Anyone who sets foot in an HBC store, even though it's now been sold to the Americans, is a fucking hypocrite then. They talked about changing the name of SJAM here, SJAM here, Sir John A. Macdonald. Yeah, they did. Go home, Britain. You are the black sheep of the world. What people don't understand is if we don't learn from our past, we will keep repeating the same mistakes. History keeps repeating itself when we ignore it. Yes, Chadwick. Absolutely. SJW's rot in the cage, says Jesse. Yeah.
They had Sir John A. hanging on a stick with the noose around his neck. 48 says, they didn't burn it here, but they took it to the park and set it on fire.
Wow. Because that's a reasonable reaction to a fucking pub.
Even though 48 considers himself a fan of McDonald, he listened to the protesters and decided to change the name of his pub. He dropped McDonald and rebranded the bar as simply the Public House.
Oh. Why would you kowtow to them? That's just don't bend to them. Don't bend to them.
That wasn't the end of it. After the name changed, McDonald's supporters were angry. People were coming into the pub and saying that we shouldn't have done this, that we have caved to the liberal-minded individuals. 48 says.
Sorry, bud, but they're not wrong. You shouldn't have caved. You shouldn't have. There would have always been people who would have come to the pub, to your pub, probably more just to spite the protesters. You probably shot yourself in the foot. Stop erasing history, says Jesse. Yep. I agree.
There were some very hurtful messages and death threats left on the answering machine. You are currently on it.
Hurtful messages and death threats, that's not necessary.
Heading level 2. Sledgehammering Sir John. How is it that some Canadians are so passionate about Sir John A. Macdonald that they'll burn effigies of the Prime Minister or leave death threats on a person's answering machine? Patrick Johnson, a musician from Vivang, Sask, faces a mischief charge for link, spraying red paint on the statue of Macdonald in Regina's Victoria Park.
You should face fucking mischief charges.
Johnson admitted he committed the act, but he refused to plead guilty because he doesn't believe what he did was wrong.
Why? It's vandalism, you fool. Just because you don't like the person that the statue is of, you don't think it's vandalism? Wow. Where did people learn these ideas from? Now everyone hates the owner for different reasons. If he just stuck to his guns, he'd have a different clientele. Yep, metaphorist. Yep, absolutely. Absolutely. You can never please everyone.
Patrick Johnson, a musician from Vivang, Sask, faces a mischief. Maybe the question is, am I guilty of mischief or am I guilty of public education? He says, is it vandalism or is it a political statement?
It's vandalism. Sorry, dude. It's vandalism.
While Johnson's case will be settled by a mediator, it isn't the first time he's vandalized a statue.
What? Okay, no, you don't get to do it more than once.
I brought a sledgehammer, and I gave him 3 whacks on this side and 3 whacks on the other. You are currently on a text element. But to Johnson's amazement and disappointment, nothing happened except the statue made a noise like a giant bell ringing. You are currently on it.
Wow.
It was frustrating, he admits, but it was also eye-opening that it would take more than me to change something, if you will, as if this were a metaphor for something else. One person couldn't do it by themselves. You are.
Yes, just like Sir John A. Macdonald did not set up Canada and the residential school system and all of the things that you are railing against by himself. So you cannot just go after him. And if you go after him, you have to go after everyone else, which means you have to take history apart and erase it. So stop. Just stop. That is what the metaphor is. Stop. Wow, the dipshit is strong with this one, says Ghost Dog. I agree. Idiot child. What if someone vandalized his moped or apartment? Yeah. He totally would drive a moped too. He totally would.
Johnson says his actions against the McDonald statue are rooted in his distaste for the way Canada treats Indigenous people. Nick Purdon /CBC. Johnson explains that he's compelled to damage the statue because he doesn't like the way Indigenous people are treated today.
So then go fucking help them. Go volunteer at a fucking treatment center for Indigenous people. Go fucking volunteer at a homeless shelter for Indigenous people. Go fucking do something constructive. Holy fuck, you lazy piece of shit. You lazy, destructive piece of shit. That's what you are.
For me, it is appalling that we celebrate our country Canada as being civilized, and yet we let a certain portion of our people live in poverty without clean drinking water, without adequate housing and education.
For me, it is appalling that you sit there and call yourself civilized when you won't even go and help those people you claim to be so passionately angry for. But you'd rather just beat a statue down, because that'll make a difference.
At that moment, a man named Gordon Blackmore was riding by on his bicycle. He recognized Johnson and shouted at him for being a vandal. Here's what happened next. You are play button. CBC News. Statue jump to beginning of the track. Skip WAD. Skip for value 0 adjust volume value share but dot player full screen but buffer end of playback end of 0 heading level 2. What are we really arguing about? Patrick Johnson argues with Gordon Blackmore about the statue of Sir John A. Macdonald in Victoria Park, Regina 042.
Oh, there's a little video here.
Heading level 2. What are we really arguing about? After doing 30 years of research into the relationship between Indigenous people and Canada, Jim Dashup, an associate professor at the University of Regina, thinks he knows exactly what we're arguing about. For the defenders of the Macdonald commemorations across the country, the discussion about Macdonald's legacy challenges their identity, says Dashup. They want to keep them up because they want their representation of Canada to survive.
No! What the fuck are you talking about, you insane person?
List one item. Bullet, list bullet, end of list 1 item, bullet, end of. Dashup says the debate has shocked many people across the country. Canadians have a high opinion of themselves. We think of ourselves as decent people, and in many ways we haven't had a decent relationship with our Indigenous population. So when we find out about it, it's a shock. It punishes our identity.
No, it doesn't. And anyone who's gone to fucking school in Canada knows about what's happened. So don't even start that crap. This is, no.
Jim Dashup, an associate. Dashup says there's no doubt that Macdonald was the father of Canada, but points out it's not that simple. He's also the father of the dysfunctional country we live in today. His policies have a direct reverberation into the present. You are correct.
Oh my God. So do every prime minister's policies. Why are you just picking Macdonald? And how far is this going to go?
And Dashup has a warning for all Canadians about the possibility of reconciliation with Indigenous people. If we can't have a discussion about the statues, about the legacies of McDonald's policies, Dashik says, we are not ready to deal with justice issues and transfer of land, wealth and education, health. Those things are real and they need to be addressed. You are currently on a
Yes, they are real and they need to be addressed. So let's address them instead of the fucking statues. Holy fuck, people. I'll see you later, Gunfox. Oh my goodness. My head hurt and I've never been to Canada. Oh, well, that's the end of that story. And I seem to be running out of voice. So, since it's 11:15, we will go until 20 after 11, and then we will wrap it up. So if anyone's got any comments or questions for me, please feel free to ask them. I'm going to take this time right now to say, please like and share the stream. And also, please consider visiting the Streamlabs link or Patreon link in the description. Have a good day, Gunfox. Hope your work isn't too tiring for you today. More news in the Discord, says Gunfox. Awesome. I will definitely go collect it for tomorrow. Let's see. Let's see. It's funny. Every day I keep checking my email, just hoping that the guide dog school will have gotten back to me, and I keep going, dude, it hasn't even been a week. Stop it. Let's see. Let's refresh live chat here. Okay, well, let's check the time here. 11:18. All right, we got 2 more minutes, guys. If anyone's got any comments or questions for me, please feel free to say anything. Otherwise, we're going to wrap it up for the day because I am losing my voice. Also, if you guys are around at 11:30 Eastern tonight or 10:30 Central, the Minions of the Zoo is on then, and tonight's host is going to be Skep Talk, and I will be there because I'm feeling well enough to do that. So please feel free to come and check out Minions of the Zoo. It's always a good time over there. So I think we're going to wrap it up now. I hope everyone had a good day, a good time listening. Let's check the Streamlabs before we head out. right. Come along, computer. We must go fastly so there is no dead air. My goodness, I'm hungry. I should have eaten something before the stream. Oh well, stream's almost over. I'll eat then. All right. All right. Thank you, Ghost Dog, for the. Let's see. For the tour voice of Canada. Oh, thank you. Thank you very much, Ghost Dog. I hope everyone has a great day. Will the stream ever have a theme song? Actually, I'm working on. I actually was listening to Green Day's Brain Stew, and came up with lyrics about the coffee stream. So once I can get that all put together, I need to find how to do that. I need to figure out how to how to um I need to figure out how to get that put together. But other than that, for now, no, there will be a stream song eventually, but for now, no. Have a great day, says Michelle Prom. Thank you very much. You have a good day too. And I hope everyone has a good day. So we will talk to you guys tomorrow, everyone. We are done here now. All right. Now we're off.